Sports fanatics, welcome to Morayo Sports World. We'll be examining the top 10 boxers in terms of weight, whether it is in the lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, or heavyweight classes. Boxing has produced many greats over the years. The best can control the ring and can finish a fight with a knockout at any point, from the very first to the very last second. 10. Roy Jones Jr., USA. Jones, a contemporary boxing icon, won the 1990s Fighter of the Decade award. He demonstrated proficiency in both light heavyweight and middleweight classes, where he primarily boxed. He shone his class at various weight classes in 2003, when he became the first former middleweight title holder to win a heavyweight title in 106 years. It took him 35 fights to suffer his first defeat, which was a disqualification, and 52 fights to be knocked out for the first time, in their second of 3 battles against Antonio Tarver. In 52 of his 56 fights, he has emerged victorious, knocking out 38 of his opponents. He only suffered 4 losses. He participated in 30 title fights overall, winning 13 of them and losing only 3. He formerly held the IBA, IBF, IBO, NBA, WBA, WBC, and WBF belts simultaneously. He is scheduled to defend his Ring Magazine light heavyweight title against the unbeaten Joe Collazo. 9. Archie Moore, USA. In boxing history, Archie Moore's professional career was among the longest. Throughout his career, he faced up against some of the greatest, like Cassius Clay and Rocky Marciano. He is said to have engaged in 221 battles overall, if not more. Out of those 194, he prevailed by knockout 145 times, which remains the greatest knockout total in the history of professional boxing. He drew 8 and lost 26 occasions. 8. Rocky Marciano, USA. The only heavyweight boxing champion in history to have won every fight and gone out undefeated is Rocky Marciano. In his entire career, he was only floored twice, and that one time was by the legendary Archie Moore. Throughout his boxing career, he engaged in 49 fights, winning every one of them, and shockingly finishing his opponent 43 times to earn an impressive 88% knockout percentage. 7. Big George Foreman, USA. George Foreman, an Olympic gold medalist, was one of the most feared fighters in the ring due to his size and, above all, his renowned striking strength. With just one Foreman right hook, his man was probably knocked out. He faced Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali in 2 of the greatest boxing battles ever, the Sunshine Showdown and the Rumble in the Jungle, respectively. At the age of 45, he won the heavyweight title in 1994, 20 years after losing it to Muhammad Ali, making him the oldest heavyweight champion in history. In his 81 fights, he won 76 of them by knockout. He only suffered 5 losses. 6. Roberto Duran, PAN. For a very long time, Roberto Duran's Hands of Stone was among the greatest. At the age of 50, he retired from boxing in 2002, making history as the second boxer to have competed in 5 distinct decades. He was a 4-weight world champion, middleweight, junior middleweight, welterweight, and lightweight. He knocked out his opponent 70 times in the 103 victories he earned during his 119 professional contests. In all, he lost 16 battles. The first one came after 32 bouts, and the second one came against the legendary Sugar Ray Leonard after 75. 5. Sugar Ray Leonard, USA. Sugar Ray Leonard, an additional Olympic gold medalist, was awarded the 1980s Fighter of the Decade. In comparison to other fighters on this list, his stats might not seem all that good, but they become much more amazing when you realize that he faced off against fighters like Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, and Thomas Hearns. Out of 40 fights, he won 36. 25 of them were via knockout. He only had 3 losses and 1 draw. 4. Iron Mike Tyson, USA. Mike Tyson, dubbed the baddest man on the planet, was arguably the most feared boxer in history. For more than 2 years, he was the unchallenged heavyweight champion. His contentious actions inside and outside of the ring are well known. In addition to being found guilty of rape, Tyson lost a battle with Evander Holyfield because he chewed off a portion of Holyfield's ear. Having fought past his prime has considerably distorted his stats. 50 of his 58 fights were victories, 44 of them were by knockout. He participated in 2 no contests and lost 6 times. 3. Joe Louis, USA. Brown Bomber Joe Louis was one of the greatest boxers of all time. He participated in 27 heavyweight championship matches, another record that still stands today, and held the heavyweight title for over 11 years. During his career, he engaged in 72 fights, winning 69 of them. 55 of the 69 were won via knockout. Throughout his career, he only lost 3 times, one of them against the legendary Rocky Marciano. 2. Muhammad Ali, USA. Muhammad Ali, the most well-known boxer of all time, is a former heavyweight champion and an Olympic gold medalist. He was well known for his incredible statements, such as "float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," and for having an almost cocky level of self-belief. In his prime, he was one of the most well-liked and well-known individuals on the planet, and the statements he made, like not wanting to fight in the Vietnam War, which resulted in a brief suspension from boxing, only served to solidify his legend. 56 of the 61 fights he participated in were victories. He successfully stopped his opponent 37 times. He lost 5 times, the most of which occurred when he was past his prime and in the latter stages of his career. 1. Sugar Ray Robinson, USA. Sugar Ray Robinson competed in light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, and lightweight divisions. In the 1950s, he won the Fighter of the Decade award. He was the world middleweight champion 5 times. A number of legendary boxers, including Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Leonard, and even Muhammad Ali, have praised Robinson as the best of all time. To give Robinson the credit he earned, the pound-for-pound rankings were created. In 202 battles, he was victorious in 175 of them. With a record of 108 victories, he is among the select few fighters to have defeated more than 100 opponents. He has 2 no matches, 6 draws, and 19 losses. Sugar Ray Robinson is my greatest pound-for-pound boxer of all time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, like this video, and leave a comment below. Your support means the world to us.